between C and D. So I need to, is there any other change that somebody might have for this meeting? Besides adding the public comment, can I get a motion to approve the agenda as changed with a public comment session between C and D?
So moved.
Gary made the motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
On a second, all in favor say aye. Aye.
I,
Beth?
yes, I.
Yeah.
The only comment I have is.
Can I have this? Yeah, yeah, it was for
Minutes
the.
on the 20th that are in on the D1.
Oh.
Is there a reason for two?
Oh,
If not, we should just.
well, we might, one might got it updated. Sarah, did you said you were gonna?
Yeah, I think, I'll look, but I think I attached like the updated one, so that might be the second one.
The one was the first one and the other was up.
The first one's right.
Let me look. Sorry.
What is there a duplicate of? I didn't.
A minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Number 7, the meeting minutes are the motion, the approval.
But it wasn't-
On the top one. That'd be it.
It's not on this. Oh,
Line
it's
item.
not on paper.
I know I had to add verbiage to one of the motions and I'm just trying to.
Oh, is that
Line,
motion,
line 7, I think we were talking,
motion 3 or something that wasn't there?
motion 3-23.
June 2nd, 2023, on line 7.
I'll go look at the other one now.
Yeah, that's what public comments I had were regarding minutes, so I'm not sure if it's all the same thing.
This is for we're looking at the previous meeting minutes. You only got one.
I know. On paper.
On paper, there's only one, right? And online, there's 2. And they are, they
Yeah,
look the
What do you
same
have,
to me.
line item 7 then on that?
No.
Oh, do you have a copy of that?
the first one is right.
The first one's right? You have something on line 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And there's something on line 7 on the second one also.
Well, so you got a motion to approve the meeting minutes of June 2nd, 2023, right?
Oh, there's no, it doesn't say who
there's
made the
nothing on either
motion.
one. Not under 3.
I don't think either are the correct because the credit card resolution and revised credit card policy. I don't, do you guys see that on there? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I don't think either of these are right.
What do you think is wrong, Kara?
Because, the resolution or the motion for the credit card resolution and revised credit card policy, it wasn't fully completed. I had to go back and watch the video to type exactly what was said. So that's not fully, it's written in iCompass, but it didn't attach the update I made.
Oh,
Does that make sense? So I can print out this one that's here.
Is that number H?
Yes.
Could you guys make your comments or corrections according to what you actually all have for tonight?
say that again?
Remember last month, there was a meeting and everybody had like a different version of the agenda and stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought that we were gonna stick with whatever was printed so that we're not in that boat again.
Okay, Kara, under H,
Mhm.
on the first 7 minutes, that looks proper to me, except the ... was just indicating that it didn't quote the entire thing,
Okay,
which you don't normally do.
Okay.
Are you looking at the same thing I
Yeah,
am?
yeah, there it is. That, okay, yeah, so this first one,
That's the first set of minutes.
yeah,
The first link,
yes.
right? Okay,
Under
and
what?
then
Under what numbers?
under,
It's the first.
under H,
Yeah, under what number?
number, let me go up,
Left.
find the number, 11, H.
11-8.
H.
I got A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
You're missing a page, then it goes to
No,
H.
no, go scroll down,
Yeah,
scroll down.
and then H, right there.
H.
Credit card resolution and
Yeah.
revised.
Yeah, that looks right.
That looks correct to me also.
The only thing that we changed were there's two different things and then it just is like the rest of it's still there.
That's weird and attached too. I think they're the same.
They're both the same?
So 6 and so 7.
No, the second one's correct.
The second one's
The
correct.
second one,
The second set of minutes.
yeah.
So
I mean, both are correct, but the second set has the full
the full
verbiage
page.
Oh, okay.
under H.
Yes,
Motion
that-
17,
yeah,
20,
you're right.
23.
You're right.
Sorry for that confusion.
Yeah, that's all right.
So we can delete the first one.
Okay, I see where you are.
Under meeting minutes, under number 7, we still don't have a motion for the meeting minutes. So
Yes, right, that was the other thing I saw on there too.
Okay, so,
Oh, okay.
Karen, did you have any comments on this?
I did, on page 1,
Yeah. number two.
motion 1,
Motion 3.
let me see, now things. Okay, move to approve the agenda with the addition of, and that was left off. But you guys did, Christie moved and Bev supported the addition of what they were calling J11 to reenact the credit card resolution and policy. So it shows on here, it's
yeah.
item
that's
4,
missing.
and
Yeah,
it says it carried, it just didn't fill in that part.
We actually moved.
I
that
didn't
way.
know it was reenact, I.
That
thought it
got
was
moved all the
discussion
way down.
on
to the
maybe-
bottom, too, right?
I thought it was right there, but anyway, it's not, there was something that needs to go in 4A in the motion, because there was an addition to the agenda. And it was
And that
going to
was the
be called, yeah,
Yeah.
it was gonna be called J11, but then I think it actually didn't get discussed until
The end,
the end.
which would be number H.
Yep.
But I also thought that same correction was adding the resolution numbers. Because we didn't have the resolution
Right.
numbers at the time.
Yeah, and that's got.
That was another
15.
thing that we added to the,
Yeah,
In that same motion?
yeah.
Oh. Maybe, I didn't have note of that, but.
And I think you're giving number 11 for the grant stuff.
Eleven.
And then
11, C.
Yeah. Move to cancel there.
under,
No, that's the wrong grant. Grant for the, out there. There's the wage schedule, they got 14.
well, I don't think we did anything in that meeting for the.
Maybe she said that was good. At 11.
There was a resolution number change.
15's in here, 14's in here.
The cell wherever they are now, Bloomingdale.
Business, I think. Thirteen is in there.
13, 14, and 15 are here.
Okay, so the only thing not clear is 7. That I can see,
7.
unless I'm missing something that is super possible.
7A,
Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
It's got motion,
But who, yeah. So I need to watch the video and change 4, update 4 and update 7.
Can we look at 3?
I don't think so. You sure?
update for,
3, the roll call?
What's wrong with C?
No, I said 3,
That's
where it says minutes from previous meetings. Item 7, motion 3.
right,
Yeah, that's
right,
7.
that's what she's looking at.
So you're calling that 7?
Yeah, that's
And that motion 7, okay.
So motion 1 needs the addition and motion 3 needs who moved and who seconded.
Is that all we have to change on
That's
that?
all I can see.
There's no other change, discussion or anything. I would move that we accept the regular board meeting 20 minutes, June 20, excuse me, regular minutes with the additions that were just discussed. And the language provided will be provided by the recording that Carol will take care of. With the addition of,
I didn't think we could do that, but I could be wrong.
should we wait?
I can't we postpone it till later in the meeting. Carol, you got a few minutes to do
Yeah.
that? Can we postpone it to later in the meeting? The approval of these minutes so that Carol could give us the wording, then we're approving finished minutes.
Sure.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
We can prove it right now, based on the corrections that we mentioned, and we'll take care of it. I mean, it's number 7 and number 4, I mean, it's. I mean,
Well, all we're missing from 7 is who made the motion.
You approve the meetings at the next meeting. You
Right.
review them at the next meeting.
Right. But
Nothing requires us to approve them, but you review them at the next meeting. Make your comments, get them corrected the way you want it, and then it gets done. You don't have to do it at the meeting. I mean, you got time to do it at the meeting?
I can go do it right now. On my other.
We're gonna go
Yeah.
through the sharing,
Go through it.
when we're between the hearing and the
Oh, the other meeting?
other meeting, we got a window there, I
Okay.
think. We
Okay.
can get past this.
Okay. So you're gonna postpone?
So we're gonna move on and we'll come back to the meeting notes, at the end of this. We got the meeting minutes, resolution for truth and taxation. And, open. What we're doing is we're asking for an increase in the operating revenue millage. The Headley rollback has been taking, funds away from us for, quite a few years. And we're down to, like point, these points, I got another screen here. Where did I get that? But I added that, and that's gone.
it's less than 3/4.
Anyways, I can remember, well, the hearing is pros increase of, 0.3925 mils in the operating, tax millage rate to be levied in 2023. If adopted, the pros additional millage will increase the operating revenue, on property taxes to 7.5%. If the proposal additional rate is not approved, the operating revenue will increase by 1.6%. The actual amount of money that we're talking here is about $5,000. Is all it's gonna increase by doing the Headley amendment. The Headley amendment has been reducing again our operating costs. Our operating costs is for our cemetery, transfer station, overall cost of, just the general operation of the township. And, we're trying to, save as much money as we can. We got a lot of projects that we want to do for the public. We are trying to get a grant of $500,000 for a park in the backyard. They're gonna fix the ball field, put in outdoor bathrooms, gonna have a walking path, try to get in a small soccer field, high school type quality. We're gonna try to put an area over here for either a community garden and a possible farmer's market where people could come in and sell their fruits. We're gonna have a children's playground over there if we can get the grant. And so we're writing grants to do that. We got a grant for the transfer station to do tire pickup, which we're in the process of doing right now. And another thing we've just approved is we have a tower. AT&T has got a tower coming in. They're gonna put it at our transfer station. And that's gonna bring us in $650 a month for a 50-year lease agreement. And every 9 years, we will get a correction in the amount of money that we get based on inflation and that.
And usage,
Pardon?
and usage, customers using it.
And, yeah. So that's what our public hearing's about today, and at this point, I think,
And that 5,000 you mentioned, just to be clear to anybody listening, if this is
Yeah.
online, you meant spread out for the entire township.
but yeah, right now, we're getting about 70,000 in the operating millage that we bring in. It would drop this year down to like 60,000, 65,000. And what we're trying to do is keep it up there so that we can do and keep doing the things that we're doing. Inflation has hurt us this year with the cost of gas. We got, all our expenses and that are up about 30%. And we're trying not to raise taxes other way, like with the fire department, we're doing more with the fire department and we're still doing it at the same 2 mills. We're, holding everything else at the same. We could roll back with the Headley and get about $44,000 more this year, but we elected only to go after the area that we need the money in the most, which is in our operator.
So that's gonna be only the operating fund, amount. And right now, it's, it would increase. You said roughly the $5,000, that's township wide, that's not for household or anything
Right.
else, that's township wide. And it's about, 0.392 or 395 mils, which is way less than even half a mil. That's the proposed increase, which equates to about $5,000 total.
Across,
Does that maybe clear it up for some,
Is this the main form you guys are looking at?
That's what I was looking for.
I
Yeah,
don't have that.
it was
It was on here, it's not
it was
now.
emailed earlier, but
Did I see that?
yeah,
I can explain it.
yeah, because I had notes on here too.
Without the truth of taxation, we would we would be getting $76,312. That would be the exact amount we get. With it, we'll get $81,922. which means it's a $5,610 increase. With the road fund, we elected not to go with the truth and taxation, that would have went up 21,000. Senior services would have went up $7,764 that we get. Police would have went up $9,702 for a total of 44,000 total that we could have done under the truth and taxation. And again, the only thing we're going after is the operating millage, because and it's only $5,600, $110. And it will allow us to do a little bit more than we need with our cemetery and our transfer station. We're doing free dump days and trying to get the towers out of the township, trying to take care of blight. We have more cost in enforcement, and we're just trying to pick up extra dollars in that. Now, this meeting is really for you to tell us what you think. So I'm gonna open the truth and taxation public hearing for public comment at this time, and it's 6:52. So anyone have any comments?
I've got one.
We got Marshall over
Go
here.
ahead.
Marsha Lucas. I don't quite understand it. So what we're doing is really by increasing this, we're not increasing any of the other ones. I mean, it's just, and you know what it averages out to, what, 100,000? I mean, is it just, I mean, if it's only 5,000, it has to be half nothing, right? I don't understand it.
You're gonna see very little on your taxes, probably in the dollars, not the $10.
Okay, so basically what we're not worrying, didn't increase the police, we didn't increase the other, which is increasing the general budget. Now, what happens if we need an increase in the police department or any of the other ones? That's not up for grabs this year then, I mean, will that come up?
It could have been, but we sat here and we understand that everyone's in inflation, we try to get the operating millage rate reset to 1. We could not do that. It failed on 2 elections. We're not gonna go back for another election. We're not gonna try that. We're not gonna try to do any other millage increases because of that. And basically, we know that we're hurting in the operating area. And we're gonna go for the minimum amount that we can get to try to do a few things, so.
Can you explain what the Headley rollback is? Yeah, I didn't know that until I was here.
The Headley rollback, basically tries to always keep you at 1 mil. In other words, if you vote in 1 mil, it will stay at 1 mil. But 1 mil over a year, because of inflation and stuff, that same dollar buying amount should be less. So they will drop it down, whatever the CIP says that you need to drop it to get your cost the same as if it was back in whatever year we did this, which was quite a few years ago, probably back in 2000. We've gone down 0.228%, 0.28 mils in operating costs.
So 1 mil was voted in, but we don't actually end up over the years being
Dropping
able
down
to
to
get that 1 mil
0.7.
because they keep decreasing it.
So with this then.
And what Headley does allows you to do truth and taxation and come in and say, we've got a problem. We would like to just maintain our millage rate where we have it.
Okay, so you said a half a mil, correct?
It's less.
Less than that.
Less than a half a mil. Okay, so what about property taxes? Property taxes, I know because of inflation, they went up last year 5%. So what are they gonna go up this year?
I believe they're gonna go down this year because the
They're
sales
gonna go down?
are down and they're selling cheaper, so your market value is gonna come down. And Mary, is that the correct statement? Are you
For the
selling
sales-
houses for?
For the sales study, yeah, there's less, about half as many houses as what sold this year, or.
Are they selling less than what they sold for last year?
Yeah, they're starting to go down a little bit.
Okay,
So that might help.
okay, so a half a mil, if you're not paying that inflation rate on property taxes,
Well, you're
you'll gain it, right? On,
you're saying a half a mil, that would be like 0.5, when we're actually like a quarter of a mil,
okay,
or less,
0.25,
probably less than that.
It's
Okay.
0.0495.
0.0.
Half a mil.
It's not even.
But that can't be because you're at 7.228.
The
So
difference,
subtract that from 1. And you're at 0.2 something at that. And you're only getting 5,600 out of that.
We've got 0.3952 in the resolution, Ken. You've got 3.3952 in the resolution.
That's a
what was
different
in the newspaper?
type calculation that they're doing.
Resolution 2023-16.
Oh, I've got 2023-0XX. So maybe I've got an outdated one.
It's in the agenda for the
I'm
special meeting.
I'm not in iCompass, I'm in the,
Okay, yeah, it's not.
I'm in the website, the
Yeah,
same that
that's-
everyone out here is getting. I
Yeah.
thought I'd look that way,
Yeah, it's XX in the website.
Any other
but
public
it's the
comment?
same resolution.
Same resolution.
Bruce, Butch, you have something?
Well, I may have been jumping the gun. I just wanted to know if we are all done, taking free set tires and stuff.
How many tires do we have?
Oh, but we got over 900 easy.
I'll put an ad in the newspaper that we're not taking any more tires for the pickup day on August. There's 114 tires that are semis and they're gonna go out on the 24th to Bloomingdale. They're gonna accept them from us. They got a grant thing for taking semi tires and tractor tires.
Okay, so do I tell people now when they come to me, they have to pay for the tires? Cause I'm telling you, Ken, we've got a lot of tires.
We can't have more than 1,000 tires because we have to have all of them gone by,
Then we better stop.
I'm gonna say we're accepting tires. This week.
Point of
they have to
order.
come out.
Is that,
I didn't hear you.
I feel like that isn't part of this hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, it's not part of the truth and taxation.
I'm sorry.
We'll talk about it later. I got it. Anyone else on the truth taxation? Karen?
Yes, I just want to clarify because a lot of numbers have been jumping around here. If I'm looking at this L 4029 that I just gave you back your copy, it shows for operating mills of 0.6733, and you're recommending 0.7228. Is that correct? So the only difference of what you're asking for is between these two numbers,
Correct.
Correct.
which I thought was the 0.0495, but I had in pencil, there's math up there, but I gave you my copies. I don't have it anymore.
That's 5, 9. 0.0495.
Right,
Point zero,
that's the increase that you're asking for right now,
Point-
correct?
yeah, 0.0459.
Okay. And back in 2022, when the voters rejected something, they rejected something quite a bit larger. It was 0.2692, and that was gonna be for 5 years. So this is quite a bit smaller ask is what I'm getting at. And this is only for 1 year, is that correct?
It's only for this year.
This
We'll
year
have to
only,
decide if
okay.
we'll do it next year or not.
So, Ken, I have a question for my own benefit here. So if we do approve this tonight, does the Headley Act start decreasing this also, what we just approved? Is it always gonna decrease everything we approve? Or that gets approved by the voters? So will tonight come out? also
At one time, I had the L 429L in there and I had a copy made on it. I think I moved it over to the other meeting. And then that L 429, we only select the ones we want to do, and the only ones we can actually change based on this hearing is the operating. The other
Yes.
ones will stay the same. which would be your police, your fire, your,
Roads,
senior services
roads.
and roads.
I was just wondering, will Headley automatically reduce? If it gets approved tonight, are we gonna need to do this again in a year to keep it level?
Every year you would have to do this if you want to reduce, or if you want to protect yourself from the heavy drop in,
That's what I was asking.
For a year, right?
it will start back over next year and it'll drop whatever percentage next year from this year.
Okay.
So it'll stay a little bit higher than what it would be if we didn't. If we didn't do this, then it'll just keep going down.
Okay, I understand.
Understand?
Yeah.
Anyone else have any questions?
Sure.
Oh, Mike Champagne. I feel like we switched numbers. We were in the newspaper and at the beginning, when you were talking 0.3952 mils increase. But now I'm hearing 0.049 something. So which figure is right?
Well, the figure that's right, the amount of mills that we would get this year if we didn't do the Headley would be 0.6733. With the Headley, we would get 0.7228. If you subtract that to, that's 0.0495.
So to answer your question, in the resolution, the 0.3952 should be changed to the 0.4952.
Or 0.04?
0.0495.
And that's what the newspaper ad said.
Yeah.
I think the ad had like 3 different figures, the back and forth figures. It was confusing.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, the 3 should be changed to 4 in the ad.
I liked pen and paper. Keep good track of it.
Well, Doug, I think resolution.
Yeah, I think that other figure was also valid, but it wasn't what people are asking tonight.
This is what comes to us.
Input.
Yeah, one with the long letter. That they go back. So here's your 0.4495 multiplied by, tax value.
There you go.
This is what we would get if we didn't take that. We put in the military.
Kara, does that, I'm sorry, does that record when the mic's not on?
Take the Headley.
Is that, oh, it does.
You can turn them on though. You want,
I just did,
Oh,
yeah.
Am I done?
I didn't know if we
So
needed them on.
I'm
Planning commission, we already turned them on, so.
yeah, let's fix
All right,
it.
so now winter tax. The figure we had is 170.
That was. Yeah, that's.
22.
That's last year's
22
value.
winter taxes that I paid in.
And that would drop down to points. That was that. But on that.
Okay, so this was
Right here, that's what it would have been, when we do this, it's gonna say the same as the. So it's the difference between this and that.
So you're increasing it by how much? Not in the
Sorry, how-
paper.
How are you?
0.049.
So this figure is.
Is it?
I mean,
Well, that procedure.
When they say that, oh, yeah, right, it's not.
It says that, well, I'll call it 39, proposed increase of 39. They come up with a 39.
Yeah, they're reading glass.
We're right here. 0.395.
Good.
Just with the paper now.
With the hearing.
It was.
And that's what they say there, but.
I think we're gonna have a few meetings like this,
Yeah.
so we get it all.
So you're not increasing it by this much, you're gonna increase it by this.
Well, it's gonna be the difference between us.
So that's how much you're increasing it by, not by.
Yeah. No, that's between the 4,000 properties. Pardon? Also,
Let's get together, okay?
Okay, so we're talking, My name is Gail Champagne. We're talking about just the operating one, not any of these other ones that are listed. So that rate will be. And this only happens with the winter taxes, right? It doesn't happen with the summer taxes, this whole big
Correct.
thing.
We only pay the millage on winter tax. You already should have got your tax bill for the summer.
I sure did.
Sure did.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
I don't. Thank you. No, I didn't. I thought that, you know,
My husband is one of those people that pays it on the very, almost the last day. I'm like, I don't get the sense of that, just pay it.
Any other comments? Everyone good? Okay, we're gonna exit the truth and taxation public hearing at 7:07. Now we're back into the special meeting. I'm supposed to announce that tonight, following a regular board meeting. Tonight, there's a regular board meeting following this hearing. We will be approving the L 4029, which will determine the operating millage for 2003. And we have a checklist we have to go through at the end of that, and we're back to public comments again. Any public comment? Hearing none, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I made the motion to adjourn.
Rhonda. Second,
I'll support.
Beverly, all in favor, say aye. Aye, carry. Thank you guys for coming out and listening to that.